How's it going, everybody? I'm here at Bolsa Chica State Beach after a pretty nice little rainstorm driving in. It's super windy, and I thought that would give us a really good opportunity to try out this AlphaAntenna HexTenna for performance on vertical configuration and its dipole configuration. So here's the center connector. I've got my truck kind of set up as a windbreak, and I'm roughly pointing east that way because the water's over there. I've got the beefy tripod I'm going to set up. And yeah, let's have some fun.
Lay down and watch that sun fly by. Then let it dip.
Now, I've got a problem of my own making, although, you know, I kind of like to do this to myself. This HexTenna uses telescoping elements to get the resonant match. And how you do that is by adjusting these equally to the same distance as per the card that Alpha provides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out the lengths of these with a tape measure. I'm going to install them on the HexTenna, and then I'm going to test it with my radio. So we're going to go straight from the card. No me futzing around making it easy on myself with an analyzer. To make this even more fun, I'm doing this on the weekend of ARRL International DX Contest. I'm going to get onto 17 meters, which is 13 feet and 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to measure that out and then match the other one to that, and then we'll test it.
I never knew you could change the way I see summer loving. They say it don't matter.
Now, Steve at Alpha mentions that it's going to be affected somewhat by ground conditions, the composition of the soil that we have, and since we got a lot of salt water and sand, I'm expecting there to be some effect. But it's okay, we'll adjust as we need to.
You all want to settle down, living free. I won't stop you now.
That's it.
One thing that's for sure is something's in the air and it's you, makes it hard to ignore. So let's take it slow. Let's just lay it down and watch that sun fly by. Then let it dip and see that moon take the sky.
Now, a couple things to keep in mind with this antenna. You're gonna want to use the measuring tape option to at least get it into spec, if you will, get it close, and then use your radio's SWR meter when you're on transmit, or an analyzer at that point. Now, if you're doing the vertical config, which is literally just the vertical with the wire coming off the side, that's a perfect time to use the analyzer to really put it right on spot. You can do the gross measurement with the measuring tape, but most of the time you can just kind of eyeball it and then use the analyzer to move that sweep into space. That's what I do most of the time. Last but not least, we gotta feed this thing, and how we're gonna feed it? With some Messi and Poloni coax. Link will be in the description. Check it out. This is their POTA Flex cable, and the one thing I can tell you about, look at that. Look at that connector. Absolutely beefcake.
Fighting and laughter, still some things you got to know, the fear I have.
Now, as far as radios go, I had to bring the QRP station to test this out. So we're gonna do a POTA activation here with the QRP station. See how we did. We're also gonna do a bit of a whisper test at the end, at least when I get some time here, as far as how far are we getting out. Not just for the contacts we made, which is on single sideband is great, but whisper kind of removes all question from how good your antenna is working from my point of view. And thanks again to K6ARK, remove before soda, the BNC connector there to dust cover for your radio. This normally is gonna live on my Mountaintop or 3-band, but I had to put it on video. Thanks, buddy. A couple of points of note on this QRP station. Got some comments from people saying that's way too many wires. Well, if you've ever put an amp on a QRP radio, it's the same amount of wires, if not less, because you don't need a keying interface because it's all done within the device. So all we need here is, we got our coax connection, we got our mic connection, we have our RF jumper, so this goes from the radio to the amp. and then we just have the power connection, so however you power the radio at that point, right? And because these are all keyed with those military connectors, or aviation connectors, excuse me, then there's no muss or fuss to it. You just plug it in. And if you want to, you can push the cables up and underneath. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So let's turn it on.
I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Hellman, or Herman, something like that. I never was real good at pronouncing some names.
I should probably do a check here. Let's check our SWR. Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu test. So it's a little high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust them a touch, and then I'm going to see if we're going down or up. If we're going up, I've adjusted them too far in versus out, and we'll switch. One Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. 1.1, 1.2. That's where we're at.
QRZ from W7JR.
Park to park, park to park.
Go ahead, park to park.
This is Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu coming to you from Park Kilo 3411 QSL.
I got Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. I need to park one more time for me, please.
The park is Kilo 3411. 3411. You are a 5555 into Southern California.
Alright, I got park 3411 with a signal port of 555. You are all 553. 53 into Northeast Wyoming, park number 10898.
Copy the 10898. I was so excited to hear you out there. Is this this is Charles? What's your call sign again? Or you're at Lake Charles, right? What's your call sign?
Call sign here is Whiskey 7 Juliet Romeo, W7JR.
Oh, great. That's great. All right. Well, thank you for the contact. Good luck in your activation. 7-3.
73s, enjoy your photo as well.
All right.
Anybody else on frequency uses W7JR?
Okay, that was QRP. That was 10% of my output power. That was 1 watt. I don't even have the amp on, and I got a 5.3. That's on that antenna. Let's go. CQ POTA. Whiskey Echo 4 Delta X-Ray got you as a 4242 into Park Kilo 3411. Copy the W4DX. Is that Park Kilo 0494 0494 QSL? Kilo 2424 Kilo 2424 QSL? 3424 3424 QSL. Thank you so much for the contact. 7-3.
November 9, radio Delta X-ray.
November 9 radio Delta X-ray 5555 into Park Kilo 3411. QSL the 55. Thank you for the contact. 7-3. There's a park to park. Go ahead. I got a Kilo Charlie 4. Come again. Okay, copy the Kilo Charlie 4 Mike India Tango. Got you to 4242 and depart Kilo 3411. Waiting for your park. Okay, sorry. 10105 QSL? 10105. Is that a QSL? 0105. Yeah, I was going to ask you. I'm like, that feels like there's too many numbers in there. Is that correct? 0105 QSL? 10105. Is that correct? Okay, thank you for the contact. I'm glad we can get that. My park, Kilo 3411, once again. Thank you for the contact, 73. Ah, that's even better. All right, let's put them on. Kilo Zulu 4 Papa. Copy that. You are a 4242 and depart Kilo 3411, and your park is 10105. QSL?
QSL, but there's a second part. Kilo 0050.
Okay, that's where the confusion was coming from. So you are Kilo 0050 as well as second park. Is that correct? All right, great. Let's take that second op, or third op. All right, was there a second or third op there? Third op, go ahead. Yeah, we got a station that's just above me here. So I got a Kilo something. Go again. Kilo 4 Uniform Oscar Juliet. Again, the 4242. Thank you for the contact, and I got your park, so 73. CQ. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. CQ for parks on the air.
Whiskey 0, Charlie Radio.
I got a Whiskey 0 Charlie Radio. You are 5959 in a park, Kilo 3411.
Roger, Whiskey 0, Charlie Radio. Hey, I've got you about a 5-5 here in Northeast Missouri. QSL?
All right, thank you for the 5-5. Appreciate it. Thanks for the contact. 7-3.
7-3. Good luck, bud.
Yeah, thanks so much. All right, Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Parks on the air. QRZ. Kilo Delta 9 Zulu Lima India. Got you a 5555 into park Kilo 3411. Copy the 5-5 into Chicago, Illinois. Thank you for the contact. 7-3. Kilo.
All the great videos. 73.
Hey, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Parks on the air. QRZ. So we already activated. That was the entirety of the activation, basically. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Parks on the air.
Whiskey 5, Tango X-ray.
Whiskey 5, Tango X-ray, 5959 at park Kilo 3411.
Roger. Hey, thanks for picking me up. A little rough copy here in North Texas. 5-5, we'll call it 5-5. Thanks so much, 7-3.
Thank you for the 5-5 into North Texas. 7-3. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu, QRZ.
Whiskey Golf 5, Echo Kilo.
Let me make sure I got that correct. Is it Whiskey Golf 5, Echo Kilo, QSL?
QSL, yep, this is Mike here, Northwest Arkansas. Got you at a 5-5-55.
All right, I'll take the 5-5-55, 5-5 both ways in a park Kilo 3411. Thanks for the contact, 7-3.
Whiskey 7, Echo Yankee.
Whiskey 7, Echo Yankee. You are a 5959 at a park Kilo 3411.
Roger, you're a 5-9 into Montana. Thanks for the park.
Wonderful. Thank you for the contact. 7-3. Wow, that's it's pretty dang good, guys. I'm very impressed by that. I'm impressed by the QRP station. I'm impressed by the dipole. It's even low to the ground, but we're getting out just great. Now, if I was doing this alone, I would tap into this and use earbuds. But since you're all riding along with me, we're just going off the mic, which can be a little tinny. It's a little rough, which I talked about when I did the review for this. But you use headphones, or they actually have a breakout jack that gives you one end that goes to the mic, one end that goes to whatever you want. You can use something else. CQ, 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 Parks on the Air, Kilo India 6, November, Alpha Zulu.
Hey, Josh, this is W0CCR again. Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for all the good work you do on the YouTube and ham radio crash course.
Hey, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, and yeah, that means a lot. So appreciate you taking the time to say that, and 7-3 to you, bud. All right, we'll go back to CQ. Anybody there listening, monitoring? CQ, Parks on the Air, Kilo India 6, November, Alpha Zulu. Is it a Kilo Juliet 7? Kilo Juliet 7? Gotta bump that up a little bit. Talk a little louder in the mic there, bud. Go ahead. Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Foxtrot Sierra. You're a 4242 into Park Kilo 3411. Alpha Foxtrot Kilo, Kilo, is that correct? Okay, don't give me the whole call if I've got it correct. I'm going to repeat just the part. Just call back to me with what I've got wrong. Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Foxtrot Sierra is what I have. What do I have incorrect? I think I'm losing you, station. I'm not sure what the contact was. I think you might have said it was a Zulu. A Zulu, is that correct? So it's Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Foxtrot Zulu. Is that correct? All right, well, I guess that's a broken contact. Yeah, so guys, if I've got most of your call correct, just come back to me with the part I have wrong, because if you repeat your whole call again, then I'm going to think I've got something early wrong. So if I got your suffix right, leave it alone. If I got your prefix right, leave it alone, okay? No big deal, but if you come back in a couple of minutes, it may work out. Kilo India 6, November, Alpha Zulu, Parks on the Air.
Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Foxtrot.
Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Foxtrot India. Okay, you came up big time. I don't know what you did there, but I think that was the contact from earlier. Is that you, correct?
Roger, that's me. It's mid-windy here, so my antenna speed line is flat on the ground. It's flat on my antenna.
Okay, well then let's make it quick before the wind comes back up. I got you about a 5252 into Park Kilo 3411. All right, thank you for Utah. Appreciate the contact. And 7-3. Kilo India 6, November, Alpha Zulu, Parks on the Air.
Kilo India 5, Tango, Mike Sierra.
Kilo India 5, Tango, Mike Sierra, got you a 5-5 into Park Kilo 3411.
QSL, you're a 5-5 into Central Texas. Good to catch you on again.
Hey, you sound good too. Real clean signal. Thank you for the contact. 7-3. Parks on the Air, QRZ. CQ, Kilo India 6, November, Alpha Zulu, Parks on the Air.
207, Uniform Alpha Papa.
All right, I think I cut the first character off there, but Kilo 7, Uniform Alpha Papa, you are 5-5 into Park Kilo 3411.
Thanks a lot. You are a 3-1. I can barely hear you, but I got you in there.
I'll take the 3-1. Anything counts, so thanks for the contact, 7-3. Parks on the Air, QRZ. Alpha India 7 Quebec Golf, you are 5959 into Park Kilo 3411.
You're also 5959. India Delta, Idaho, running 5 watts, USP.
good job, QRP. You made it in there. Thank you for, did you say Idaho? I think that's what you said. It's either Indiana or Idaho. Either way, I'll take it. Thank you for the contact, 7-3. The worky works are getting busy today because of the contest. So, fantastic job. This is working out just beautifully. The combination of the radio and the antenna are perfect. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook up my little whisper box here, and we're going to do some antenna tests against both the dipole configuration and the vertical. That way we can tell you how good it's functioning. I'm expected to see quite a difference between the dipole configuration and vertical. I think that we might get a little bit different takeoff angles, so you might want to pick one or the other, which is going to be really nice. We had some great testing numbers with the HexTenna, configured in dipole configuration, running 2 transmissions of whisper. So that's about 2 2-minute periods of time where I'm transmitting a beacon over and over again. And anybody that hears me post what their location is and their signal strength that they heard me. The furthest I got out was 8,162 miles to VK5 ARG. I also got picked up by VK7JJ and VK4EMM. Those are all Australian stations all the way down into Tasmania with one of those cases. The vertical did well also. 120 of the 392 records, again, 2 transmission periods of whisper. And our furthest station was OE9HLH, some 5,945 miles away. Now, that station is in Austria. All these tests were performed at about 5 watts output, and yes, we were working 17 meters, largely because it was a contest weekend. Had I been on something like 20 or 40, we would have likely saw a bit more stations on the air because those bands generally attract more hams. All in all, though, very nicely done from both antennas. That's going to do it for me, guys. The Alpha antennas did great. Got the wind block of the truck, but still no weight or anything on that tripod, and if it got extra windy, you could just spread the legs out even more and get it real squat on the ground. Performance-wise, looking at the whisper test, I did peak a little bit, so it looks really good. Thanks for coming along with me. Thanks for making a contact if you did, and I'll talk to you later. 73. It's probably good we're getting out of here. You can see, look at the clouds, the movement on the clouds, they're all blowing inland. And if you look over here, that's a whole lot of rain. Looks like it's coming our way. Look at all the cargo ships off the coast. It's gonna get windy and it's gonna get rainy.
Down and watch that sun fly by, and let it dip and see that moon, yeah. Lay down your hair and feel that breeze right on through, 'cause the days are so much better when you got that perfect weather, and you never gotta ask, you never gotta ask.